So this is Totally Leathered and another episode, and I hope I'm going to get this name said correctly. We have a gentleman here from Russia called Ratmir Mishkin. Is that correct? Did I say that right?
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, good. Okay, so Ratmir, please introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself, your location, whereabouts you're located in Russia, and if you have like social media accounts and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, as Richard said, my name is Ratmir Mishkin, and I'm from St Petersburg, Russia. We are located in a district in a downtown of the city. We have a lot of shops around us, and we do some stuff, some leather repairs and shoe repair, bags and other stuff. I have some Instagram that's called Ratmir Mishkin. I have already a YouTube channel that's called like my name, Ratmir Mishkin, and the Facebook page. It's all similar to my name.
Okay, cool. That's okay. That's cool. So that's good. So yeah, so there you go. Ratmir has obviously YouTube channel, which is under his name, Ratmir Mishkin. Obviously has YouTube. His Facebook page and Instagram accounts. You can find him there. We've seen some of the videos that Ratmir has done, and you know, it's obviously working on shoes and things. And some of the transformations that he's done has been absolutely out of this world. One thing I want to ask is, when did you first start doing repairs? Is this something that's been in the family, or is it something you've just picked up?
Oh no, it's not the family business. I wanted to go to learn how to make computer games. I was a video gamer. I loved that stuff, and I came to the school, and my father said, "No, man, you don't go there. Go to the shoe repair and shoemakery."
Yep.
So that's how I became a shoe repair man and a cobbler, and I started this at 1999.
Okay.
So this was my first steps of the leather repair, and then after I have finished the vocational school, then I went to the university, and I wanted to become the leather technician that making leather goods. That was my point of view, but the teachers said no. You're not ready for this. So I didn't finish the university, and then I came to the college on something similar with the leather productions. So and I finished it, and I was one of the best guys who has finished this. Students, yes, right, thank you. And then at the same time, it was 2010, but I was already working in the shoe repair, and I was trying to do some light restoration for my customers. It was just working with the creams or some polishes. It was the first time when I tried to match the color. It was 2008, maybe 9, somewhere there. But when I finished the college, I changed the place, changed the job, and my new business owner said, "Ratmir, you need to do this professionally. Become the great cobbler." So and he taught me how to restore leather. That basic that he gave me is the most important thing. So that's how I became that restoration technician.
Yeah, excellent. So you obviously trained to do the shoe repairs, you know, like a cobbler first of all.
Excuse me?
You became like when you were at university and school, you trained to become a cobbler to do the shoe
Yes,
repairs?
yes. I was trained to become bespoke shoemaking,
Yeah.
but it's not interesting for me. More interesting thing is to take some old stuff and make it new
Yeah.
again. I think it's like a miracle, like a magic, some kind of, and I think it's more interesting.
So are you able to actually make shoes from scratch for people if they wanted them?
Not able to do shoes. I do sometimes shoes for only for myself. The last pair I did, I cannot wear it. It's I don't know. It requires some practice.
Yeah.
It requires highly specialized, highly skilled professional that will be close to me and say, you do it wrong, you do it right, correct here, and you know what I'm talking about. So that's why I don't make the shoes. I just repair it.
Yeah. So what sort of shoe brands do you like restore and repair? Do you put soles on them, or are you just doing the upper side of the shoe, like the painted or whatever you want to call it sections, or the sections that are handmade, like with the creams and things, or the painted versions?
Oh, it's difficult to say. Some brands are made their goods with the patina and hand dyeing. I don't know how to make this patina works and glassage, so I'm not good at this. So, but if the leather has some deep scratches, you cannot hide it with the penetrating dyes. So I need to cover it and make it look like it's made of patina.
Yep.
Kind of this.
Yeah, to disguise the scratches, so they look like it's sort of like a natural mark almost in the leather, like it's got its patina over the years, hasn't it? So yeah, I understand that.
No, something there.
Yeah, I understand all that's quite good. So obviously before you did the leather repairs, obviously, did you do anything else before you got involved with the leather repair side of things? Did you have another job?
While I was a student, I was working on the food warehouse. I was driving that elevator, that electric car that pushes the cargo and drop it to wherever it is. It should be. And after warehouse, I started to work on the construction site and do whatever I was told.
Just to earn some money.
Bring it there, pull it there, throw it there.
Yeah. And the other one was obviously working with the forklift, so you could take stuff around. Yeah, I guess is what you mean.
I maybe yes. I don't know what you're talking about, but I low qualified labor. No, nothing. You just have some strength. So take the brick and put it there.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, very good. Obviously, other than the shoes, what sort of other items do you repair?
Other than shoes, I do repair everything. I believe I can repair small wallets.
Yeah.
Handbags, purses, jackets. What else? Furniture. Car seats, car steering wheels, and all the elements that made of leather. That's no matter for me.
Do you get a lot of handbags and things like that in?
A lot of what?
Handbags to repair? Do you get a lot of them to do?
Handbags?
Yeah, do you get a lot of them in to repair?
Yes, I have a lot of handbags to repair. Sometimes the most difficult to repair is Louis Vuitton's.
Yes.
That canvas, when it cracks, it's very difficult to repair, and sometimes it's impossible for me. Sometimes, not always, but I think I'm going on the right way to win in this small battle.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's the Louis Vuittons, with them being canvas and then obviously printed on, to get the LV printed on there, it can be very problematic to repair. It's something we actually refuse to repair because of the nature of the way they're made, with it being canvas. And obviously a lot of people think they're getting leather items there when they're buying a Louis Vuitton, and they don't realize they're actually canvas. Have you ever experienced that with clients where they think they've got a leather Louis Vuitton bag and you've had to tell them it's canvas?
Yeah, I had some few situations like this. I had to explain them that it's not leather; it's just canvas covered with some kind of vinyl or polyurethane or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. So, and I did sometimes I do a patch made of leather, and everybody is happy with the outcome.
Yep.
Just about a few days ago, I was replacing the handles of the Louis Vuitton because it was impossible to repair it because it was chewed by the dog.
Oh dear.
I love the dogs. They do a lot of job.
Yeah, we get a lot of stuff where dogs and all sorts of animals have chewed leather goods and things. So yeah, it's
I call it every time when the shoe or handbag comes to me to repair it, I call it, it's another doggy style.
Yeah,
Doggy style. It's funny
definitely.
sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, doggy style, without a doubt. Definitely. Out of obviously doing all the repairs and restoration, what do you find the most interesting part of the process?
The most interesting part of the restoration, I think it's color match.
Yep.
Color matching and matching the color and matching the level of gloss, how glossy it can be. So it's the most interesting part. Also, it's difficult sometimes. Some special effects, like it has 2 or 3 tones.
Yep.
It's like when you have the one surface and you move it and it sparkles with the different shades.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's blowing the mind. I don't know what to do, and I just call the customer and say, I'm sorry, I cannot do this. I can do 2 tones maximum. And they say, why not? You can. No, I cannot. They say, yes, you can. And I say, okay, I will try. And I'm trying and calling back to him. I didn't do the thing you wanted. He says, okay. I show him and he says, you did the thing I asked you. I said, no, you just see 2 tones. He says, okay. It's everything is great. It's like new. It's okay. Why are you afraid of? I don't know. Sometimes customers are unpredictable.
Yeah. I mean, definitely customers. I don't think I think it's because they don't understand maybe the process of how things are made, and they don't realize that how difficult it is to get that sort of tritone effect that you wanted there with the 3 colors. They don't realize, that obviously in a tannery, it's a computerized machine that's doing it. And
I'm trying to explain them. One person taught me how to deal with the type of customers, and I'm trying to talk to them, but not always I can explain. So I'm trying to say that in a tannery they're doing this, and this, and I'm trying to repeat that process. I'm doing this, and this, but they have the machines, they have the computers and special cameras. Not cameras, but special stuff. And I don't have this. I'm working just with my hands and primitive tools, just like brush or something. So I cannot repeat this. Sometimes they can understand this. Lots of them understand and just asking to do whatever I can. Just make it more presentable than it is.
Sure.
But some people are really difficult to work with because they don't understand. No. They just give you a shoe and say, please clean it. They think if I will clean it, it will become like new. It's impossible. It's like in the dry cleanings. I'm working on I'm working in the dry cleaning.
Yeah.
So over the wall there is a huge big machines for the dry cleaning, and people give us their
clothing. Yeah.
And think that their dirty old clothing will become like new after just cleaning, and they cannot realize, they do not realize that it's just cleaning and it has its own wear, and it's impossible to make old stuff to make it new. No, it's out of their minds.
Yeah, it becomes quite difficult to work with clients when they expect something to be brand new just from, like you say, a simple clean. It's not very easy. What spraying equipment do you use, Ratmir?
What
spraying equipment do you use? Like a spray? Do you use a spray gun or?
Yeah. I'm using my spray guns and airbrush. I was counting about 2 days ago, or maybe 3 days ago. I was counting for my friend from the United States how many tools I have, and I realized that I have more than I need. I have 9 spray guns and 5 airbrushes, and everything is special for one step. This one is for black leather. This one is for white. This one is for top coats. This is for penetrating dyes, light. This is for greasing. This is for waterproof, and another.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of tools, and I think I need more.
Yeah. You can never have enough tools. It becomes a bug because I mean, obviously having all those different spray guns, it makes life easy to sort of save all the sort of cleaning out processes and things to go, like you say, from a black to a white leather or red to white leather. Yeah. So it just makes life a lot easier, doesn't it? And I presume
it is. Oh, sometimes I work with just a paintbrush and a sponge.
Yeah.
I've had a situation. I was working not in my shop. I was working in another company, and we came to the garage for the customer. He wanted us to restore his steering wheel in maybe it was Volvo or Range Rover. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. And my small compressor died. It just didn't run. And basically in this situation, I had just to pack all my stuff, go home, take another one, and on the next day, return and repeat. But it's time consuming. So customer doesn't want to wait so long. So I will lose him if I will say, I'm sorry, I don't have the tools. Yes, I'm a professional. I have to have everything, right? And it has to work. So I just took my paintbrush and paintbrushed all the surface of the steering wheel, and it looks good. And I have shared this information to some of my Russian friends, and they say it's impossible. You're doing wrong. You need to use a spray gun and other spraying, some airbrush or spray gun, something to spray. I said, why? It works great. No, there will be some
streak lines.
What?
Streak lines. Like streak lines from the paintbrush, from where the paint.
The streak lines, yes. Yeah. Okay. From the brush, I said, no, you just don't know how to work with this. So if you don't know, that doesn't mean that it is impossible. So just learn how to work with the paintbrush. And he said, no, you're wrong. So I think I'm right. He thinks I'm wrong. And we cannot understand each other.
Yeah. I mean, if it's worked for you, then it's right for you. You know, it's simple as that. If it's worked for you, then it's right for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, it's what works, doesn't work for your friend, then it's obviously wrong for him. It's simple as that. So, I mean, he prefers a spray brush. and you can sort of do that with the paintbrush and, you know, get a good effect, and that the customer's happy with. So everybody's happy then at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, and that's what matters. I mean, if it's everybody perfecting different skills, I guess, at the end of the day. And, you know, if you can get that same effect, you know, with a paintbrush or a sponge, then, you know,
That's no
brilliant.
matter.
Yep.
You have, we need to do the same thing, but no matter with what, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's not everybody has, you know, you can't always get it. Like we were talking the other day on social media, you can't always get a spray brush to go at the back of a steering wheel. You know, it's very difficult, isn't it, to get behind the steering wheel if it's still on the car?
Yeah, it's difficult, and we mostly we did our steering wheels only inside of the car because sometimes there will be mistakes, errors on the dashboards after you just take it off and then take it back. If you make it wrong or right, it's too much labor that you don't want to do. So we just priced a little bit higher. If customer brings us the steering wheel to the shop and says, I just wanted to restore it, we make a discount. We did a discount.
Yeah. So what sort of prices do you charge? You know, do you charge to do a steering wheel?
You want to hear it in Russian rubles?
You can do, yeah. We can do conversions afterwards. Yeah, I can put all the text in conversions afterwards. That's fine.
Okay. If I don't need to work inside of the car, so the price is about 7,000 rubles.
Yep.
And it's about 100 rubles is £1.
Okay. Yeah.
So and if we take it off, it's going to cheaper about maybe 10 or 15%.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. And obviously, do you get a lot of steering wheels, or is it mainly the shoes and?
No. I don't make steering wheels. The last steering wheel I did was for my friend, and it was about, I don't know, about a month ago.
Yeah.
And previous I did maybe 2 years ago. I don't like to work with cars because it's difficult for me. Everything there is a lot of job that I don't want to do. It's like I need to protect everything around that surface that I need to work with. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy boy, so I don't want to cover this. Sometimes I work with this. So not because I'm lazy to cover, because spraying and overspray is going all over the surfaces, and sometimes it's very difficult to work because you work on your knees, or maybe you're just laying on your back, and it's sometimes a small car. The most ugliest work was in Lamborghini Countach.
Yep. Lamborghini Countach. Yeah.
What that and it was very difficult to work with in it because there's not enough room. I had to go inside where the legs of the passenger did some scratches inside of that interior, and the customer asks to remove this, and I was working, my legs were somewhere there, my head was somewhere there, somewhere I was working like in this position, and I couldn't use my brush because I don't know why, but I just couldn't, and it was pain in the ass working in that car. It's my favorite car. I love that car, just like a beautiful picture. But I don't want to own this and work with it.
Work on them. Yeah. So obviously, being in St Petersburg in Russia, I mean, how is business there? Is business good?
Yes, there's a good business in the shoe industry, in the leather goods industry, and dry cleaning. And I'm not sure about is it good for the car restorations, because I know only about 3 or 4 companies that works in all St Petersburg,
Yeah.
and sometimes I just watch all the Instagrams and see that it's not much orders goes to them.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just want to rewrap the steering wheel because it goes really cheaper than rather than to restore it, because restoring steering wheel is about 7,000 or 8,000 rubles, and to rewrap it, it's about 4,000 or 5,000 rubles, and
Yeah.
it looks like new because it's new leather.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's not so good for me. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And sometimes people like we had a customer that came with a Mercedes Benz, and it has on the back seat he has some kind of marks. I don't know what did he do, but there was a small scratch. He came to the dealer and said, I want that new element. They say, okay, you need to buy a new interior. You need to buy a new Swiss seat, passenger seat, and the back seats, because we don't have only that small piece in the stock. The Mercedes doesn't let it to do. And the most important thing that you will pay about 300,000 or 400,000 rubles. That's craziness.
Yeah.
Madness. You will pay 300,000 or 400,000 rubles. You will wait for about 6 months, and you will get you will receive another color of the interior. So another elements will be different colors. So he says, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why? And he came to us, and we just did it for the, I don't know, I can't remember for how much, but he was very happy because that small scratch or scuff, I can't remember what was it. We just removed it for one day, and he was very happy, and everybody was happy.
Yep. Yeah, it's better to work on like your handbags and shoes and things, because you can obviously do that in a much smaller premises, can't you? So whereas with vehicles, sometimes you need to get them in a building and stuff to work on. So do you have facilities to get cars in or not?
Do I have what?
Like a factory big enough to get cars in, or is it just like a small workshop?
No, our shop doesn't allow this to do, because we need, and we have a lot of space, not enough of room, but it's not for the cars.
Yeah.
So I was working in a company. We have the place for 2 cars, so we could manage 2 cars at the same time.
Yeah.
But not now.
Yeah.
I prefer to work with the small goods like shoes, because I can relax while I'm working. I'm sitting, or maybe sometimes I can put my hands up on the table. I can work like this. I can work like this. I can do whatever I want. If I spill some paint, it will be a small area, not like in the car.
Sure.
I spilled once a bottle of the paint inside of the car, and it was very, very difficult to remove this, because it was with small holes.
Yeah.
Perforated.
Yep. Perforated leather. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Perforated. Yep.
And it goes deep inside, somewhere underneath. It was very difficult to remove, and so it's easier for me to clean all the surface of the shoe or handbag, and it doesn't takes me so much time. I don't know. But it's easier. I don't know why it's easier for me.
Yeah. They're much smaller items to manage, aren't they? So they're much. I prefer working on the smaller items as well, like like you say, with the shoes and jackets and handbags and stuff like that. I mean, they're great items to work on, because you don't need big spaces to work on them either. So you can, like, is that your workshop that we can see there in the background where you're doing repairs?
Yes, that's my workplace. There is a finisher that we repairing shoes.
Yep.
There's a, you see that
The top.
this
Yeah.
is
Like
my ventilation that
to take
fumes.
fumes away. Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yep.
takes out the fumes.
Excellent.
So there is in the back the sewing machines and other stuff.
Yeah.
So that's my room.
Yeah, and you do the sewing as well?
I do everything.
Yeah.
I don't do resoling because because we don't have that special sewing machine for that type of jobs. So we need to sew the sole and I forgot the word. Rand weld.
Weld. Yeah.
Goodyear welded shoes. I cannot do this yet.
Yeah.
But I'm learning how to do it by my hand.
Yeah.
So I have some friends from the United States and from the England and from all over the
world.
Earth.
Yeah. All over the world. Yeah.
And everyone is always trying to explain me how to work with my hands with things I can. So from my side, I'm always trying to explain them how can they remove anything, some scratches, how can they handle the jobs. Sometimes it's the shoes. When you work with the shoes, you need to finish the heel base. And when you're working on that machine that is staying behind me, it has a grinding sanding belt, and sometimes it's breaks and makes the scuffs and something difficult to explain for me. We call it whoopsie. It's like whoops.
Yeah.
And it's not what you wanted to do.
No.
So my friends have to quickly remove the scuffs, that scratches, and they don't know how. So I explain in quickly some messenger. I just make the short videos for them, and they trying to do something. And mostly they do it well.
Yeah, good. So obviously, what sort of shoe brands do you work with? Are there any sort of really famous shoe brands that you work with?
Yes, it's all the famous shoe brands.
Yeah.
That's Christian Louboutin, Casadei, Versace. Yeah, Versace right here.
Yep.
Fabi, Baldinini, and it's European. Yves Saint Laurent. I don't know what else. Hermès, Zilli, Stefano Ricci, the luxury brands.
Yeah. What's the most expensive pair you've worked on?
The most expensive was a man's briefcase made of crocodile leather, black. It was black. It looked like it's a patent leather, but it wasn't. It was just polished like patent leather.
Yeah.
And it was Hermès, and its price was when it was new, it was about 40,000 of dollars, and it was like, oh my god, if I touch it and ruin it, I will cut myself. I don't know what to do if I will break that thing. And we charged for jobs that the customer required. We charged about 50,000 rubles. I don't know how much it's in pounds, maybe 5,000 pounds.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong. Correct me after that.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So yeah, and obviously, and that was a hand polished one. Was that using like creams rather than the paints and the dyes?
Yeah, I had to use some dyes, and then I had to polish it with there's special creams for making glassage, just like competitions.
Yep.
You know that shoe competitions, people was making glassage quick for 20 minutes. It makes a mirror glass.
Yeah.
So I used that creams, and it wasn't some kind of glassage like it should be. Yes, it was glossy.
Yeah.
When it was well enough. It had some scratches. It has not scratches but scuffs. So I had to flat the scuffs, dye it with the penetrating dyes, and then cover it with the creams and that polish. And the most I forgot the words. The edges on the handbags, edges, right?
Yeah.
So the edges were ruined, and there was less than a half of it, and I had to restore that all the edges, and there was a lot of edges, and just what it's a briefcase, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, putting the edges back on is not an easy job.
So it took me maybe about a week of work. So it was very difficult, and it's worth it.
Yeah.
I did it. Customer was very, very happy, and then she brought me another crocodile Hermes bag. It was her. The briefcase was her husband's, and then he bought her. And it was something close to that price, and it was difficult to work with. But the customer was very happy. She gave me a big chocolate for this as a present, as a gift. I said, wow, it was funny.
Yeah. Do you work with a lot of wealthy clients, or is it just business people? Just standard business people like you and I in Russia that you work with, or is it very wealthy clients?
My clients. Sometimes these are from the government.
Yep.
People from the government, business owners, just people like me.
Yeah.
No, we don't work with them. Our prices are very high for them.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper for them to buy new shoes rather than to come to us, because the price of the shoe of our customers, it's about, I don't know, about $1,000, $2,000. It might cost $10,000. I don't know for what, but the price is very, very high.
Yeah.
And it's not so cheap to buy new shoes now for these times, because dollar and euro, it rise up the price accordingly to Russian rubles.
Sure.
So maybe 10 or maybe 15 years ago, they could let themselves buy a new pair of brand shoes, but now they cannot. They can buy one pair of shoe and then restore and repair it.
Yeah.
So now times has changed.
Yeah. Obviously money's changed and things are not as worth as much, and it's obviously harder to get money, I suppose, with the economy and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously one of the questions we had, which is obviously a lot of people struggle with them, which is obviously Suede and Nubuck. Do you do Suede and Nubuck items? Repair them and clean them?
I do clean them. I do paint them. Sometimes dye, or sometimes I paint them. So the process is not so difficult. The most important is to understand what type of material do you work with. Is this suede, or is it splitted leather?
Yeah.
That is not a suede, it's just a piece of trash, and you need to work with it with a different technologies, maybe.
Yeah. And obviously with the suede, how do you get on with that? Because obviously a lot of people that sort of like color suede, obviously the nap is very soft and silky, like a Nubuck is. Do you find that once you've recolored them, they go a little bit stiffer than normal? The actual surface?
I have some products that Russian company does. It's a small local company. They do products for patent leather and for the new Suede and Nubuck. And with their products, it became a little bit easier to work because I can return the softness to the suede after the washing, after the cleaning. I can return softness and almost any color to it, because few years ago I had to use penetrating dyes, and these are only dark colors like blue or dark brown or red, and it couldn't hide some dirty things that you cannot remove, like spilled something, I don't know, spilled oil or maybe something.
Yeah, very difficult to remove.
Years has passed and now I know how to remove oil from this, and I know how to remove the color to this. I mix sometimes special greasing agent with the paint and touch it up, so it becomes soft and then becomes bright. So I mix any color that I need, and it works great for me. But it has some troubles, some issues, and you just need to pay more attention to this. Not just like with working with the smooth leather, because smooth leather you can just and do it again. With suede doesn't let you to do this again. So you have only one shot.
Yeah, one chance with it, definitely. It's like you say, with the sort of pigmented leather, you can just take the color off and put it back on again as many times as you like.
I still don't know how to work with pigmented leather. It's difficult to me. I have learned a lot of stuff, and I was talking to you once somewhere, I cannot remember when, but I talked to you. You explained me some new tricks, new stuff, but it's still a struggle. I still cannot. There is a jacket on the shelf that we have ruined. I don't know what to do with it.
Take a little video of it and show me, and I'll see whether we can help you with that one anyway. See if we can, hopefully help you to get that one rectified. If you take a little video, show us what's wrong with it, send it to me on inbox, and we'll see whether we can help you with that jacket anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to do it now?
No, that's fine. No. Do it when we finish. Do a video of it and then send it over to me, and we can see whether we can help you fix that jacket up and get it sorted. It's we've got guys that are opening up in Finland and Norway as well, which is obviously better sort of areas where you are, I presume, compared to sort of like Belgium and France and things, in Holland where we've got other guys. So if necessary, I mean, if you're ever able to get to those guys and I'm over, and the guys do training anyway, and you're ever able to get there, it'd be good to meet you at one of those things anyway, and we can always sort of, see whether we can help you with some training that way, in person as well. So I mean, it's all a benefit, isn't it, to sort of help each other, and if there might be some skills you can teach me anyway. So which would be really cool if you could. So we learn something new every day.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean,
I hope one day when the borders will open after that COVID madness, I can visit some European masters.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'd be good to meet you as well, because I'm sure there's things you could teach me. So I mean, it'd be good to learn some new tricks. I mean, especially with the shoes and the suede and stuff like that you're doing. It'd be good to learn some new things. What are your future plans for the business?
I have no plans for the future. I don't know yet. Maybe I'm working now. I'm the employee, so I want to open my own shop.
Yep.
But it requires a lot of money, and I don't have it yet. I have credits for the house, credit for the car. So I need to pay for this, pay for the bills. I have kids, I have family,
Yep.
and it's a very big responsibility to open your own shop.
Yeah.
And also I think I want to maybe open a school.
Yeah.
Training people
Training school.
to restore leather, because I think my skills are well enough, so I can explain to another people how to work with it.
Yeah,
So we could make more my specialization more popular.
Yeah.
So if everybody could, he can restore leather, he can. So customers will understand that it is possible.
Sure.
They can save their shoes, and more people could use it.
Yep.
So everyone will be busy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's like with our customers. I mean, it's education for them, because they don't realize that you can repair these things. I mean, they think once their shoe's damaged, if the surface is damaged on the top or a handbag is scratched, they think it's ruined. They don't realize that you can repair these things. And I think, like you said at the beginning, it's getting that old item and making it into a new one. It is like magic. It's a miracle, isn't it? How that some of these things can be transformed. And this is what I don't think the public, the customer understands, that these things can be repaired.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes it's difficult. It's a long way. So, but I think we can do this. We can learn public how to deal with that situations.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, the sort of closeout question: if there's, if you could give somebody a bit of advice about starting up a business, what advice would you give somebody?
Let me see. I did a note for myself for the question.
That's all right.
I think on the first steps, he need to, first of all, he need to train somewhere in a good company, and for the first time to work with somebody who can correct you. Always correct, and you can lean on him and say, "Hey, master, explain me. Did I do it right or wrong?" And who could manage everything that he did.
Yeah.
The second, I think he need to find a good supplier with the chemicals, because it's not always easy to find somebody who will give you the good product. Sure. So you need to taste this, taste that, taste this, and something works good here, something works good there. So for Suede, I have one product. For patent leather, I have another product. For the smooth leather, I have about 5 or 6 products, and I mix them, and it's okay. So the third thing, I think you shouldn't be afraid of ruin something, because every time, everything that you have ruined, first of all, that it's your experience. You will understand it later. And the second is, I think it's impossible to ruin, just like ruin and it's all. Every time you ruin something, you break it, you destroy it, there is always one person somewhere around you that will repair it, restore it, and your ass will be saved. Yeah. So you need to find somebody who can help you. You need to find the master that will that you know that he's good, he's great. You shouldn't be afraid of breaking the stuff,
and also not afraid to ask for help either.
Sure.
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yes, that's very important.
Yeah.
Asking every time. Shouldn't be afraid.
Yep.
even your question is stupid, it's okay. You need to ask every time you can. And the last thing, I think, every time to find something new techniques, new friends, new products, and because times change every time. The tanneries change their techniques, and it's the European laws against the not manufacturing, but about the tannering products, they change every time. So you need to search, make the research every time, every day, look for something new, and talk to your supplier if it is possible to make for you something new. Just explain that your product is good, but I want something new. And sometimes it works great, especially if the supplier is willing to work with his customers and promote something new, to make something new. So I think it's important thing.
So I've always said, like with asking questions, the only question that's stupid is not asking for the help.
One more time.
But the only question that's stupid is not asking for the help.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's the stupid question. There never is a stupid question. No matter how you may think the question is, there's never a stupid question. The only question that's stupid is not actually asking for the help. That's when you struggle.
Yes, you're totally right.
Definitely. So obviously, don't forget to make that video for me. Get that over that jacket. Let's see whether we can help you with that one. And resolve that. Show me what's wrong with it, and we'll see whether we can get that jacket resolved for you. Like you say, someone there to save your ass. Maybe I can do that. So, you never.
Maybe I hope so.
Sorry.
I hope so.
Yeah. You never know. So hopefully, we can do. So, thank you very much, Ratmir. We know where we can get hold of you. Obviously, it's your name, Ratmir Mishkin, which can be got on YouTube, on Instagram, and you can find Ratmir on Facebook. If you go on to the Leather Repair Company help groups, Leather Care and Repair help group, Ratmir is quite active on there. He's very helpful with clients as well, showing all the work that he does, and you can get hold of him via all those mediums for anybody. Do you cover more areas than Russia, or is it just Russia that you work in, or just St Petersburg, or do you cover the whole of Russia? Can people like send goods to you through the post?
Yes, they can, but there was only one parcel from the Kazakhstan. The customer sent me only one parcel, and there was no more.
So
but sometimes people just ask, I'm more of my request is about help people who is cobblers or leather workers. Mostly these people are asking for help to help them how to solve the problems they have.
Yeah, definitely. That's good. That's very good. So that's good. So that is our podcast with Ratmir. He is looking obviously at some point in the future to hopefully have his own business, but like I said, he's got a family, and obviously he's got mortgages and things with cars and homes and stuff to pay, and hopefully he'll get there one day and start his own training school. So thank you very much, Ratmir. It's been very good meeting you, and we've enjoyed having you on, and it's been a pleasure. So hopefully you've enjoyed it as well, and this will go out on Spotify, as I say, and you better share it all with your friends as well.
Thank you very much, Richard.
No problem. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Ratmir. That is Ratmir from St. Petersburg in Russia. So thank you very much for Totally Leathered.